Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Patricia Coughlin. I wanted to talk to you today about the key to unlocking the unconscious. Now, let's start with why we would want to do that in the first place. Well, there's quite a lot of evidence that the source of much of our patients' suffering actually lies in unconscious processes. And so just talking to someone's conscious, rational mind is not going to get you very far. That's really not the source of their difficulties, nor is it the place where healing is going to take place, because it also looks like there's an innate, almost emotional immune system that we have, and that's largely also unconscious. So, how do we get to the unconscious source of our patients' difficulties and also then promote healing? Freud thought that dreams were the road, the royal road to the unconscious, and certainly dreams contain unconscious material. But Davnaloo found that experiencing, actually physically, somatically experiencing, sorry, uh, anxiety provoking, conflictual feelings that have been avoided, and particularly the threatening impulses that accompany these feelings seem to be the key that unlocked the unconscious. So, if we think about a process that is pretty consistently effective in helping us get to what we would call the bottom of the problem, the source, the unconscious source of the problem, we're going to do that in a pretty focused and consistent way by asking the patient when the symptoms started, looking at recent examples, and then identifying both the triggering event to those symptoms and then focusing in on the conflictual feelings that are getting evoked in that situation. Now, if patients had ready access to their feelings, they probably wouldn't be in our office, right? These feelings and impulses generate anxiety and guilt and are avoided with defensive maneuvers. So we have to become skilled at identifying and then intensifying the conflict between, the feelings that are pressing for expression and the defenses that are resisting those until the patient can shift and really see that their defensive avoidance is causing and perpetuating their difficulty. So they're willing to drop that and actually experience physically, viscerally, somatically, experience the feelings and impulses, right, that are being generated. And again, it was particularly the impulses that seemed to be the trigger that unlocked the unconscious. So I'll often see trainees and supervisees so anxious to get to feelings of anger and so on that they're really talking with the person about their conscious anger. And that's rarely going to be a constructive pathway. As the person talks about their anger towards someone, we're going to be watching the body for indications that a deeper level of unconscious rage is actually getting triggered, and to help the person experience it at that deeper level. So we're going to focus on how they experience this anger, the heat and energy, until we start to see some mobilization of impulse in the body. They might be clenching their jaw, biting their lip, punching, or just having clenched fists. Their foot might be going in a kicking motion. And that is a signal from the unconscious, right, that these anxiety-provoking, guilt-laden impulses are near the surface. So we have to see that and grab it, right? So you can feel that rage in your body, and do notice that you have fists there, right? If you can connect with that, what do those fists want to do? And by helping the patient experience and face the forbidden impulses, that tends to be the trigger that will unlock the unconscious and bring memories, associations, shedding light on the origin of the patient's conflict. In that way, that buried past conflict becomes present conscious, where it can actually be resolved, right? So I hope this helps. You're really wanting to, again, get to that unconscious source of the difficulties. And the way to do that is really through helping the patient connect with the feelings and the impulses, right, that they have been avoiding. So I hope this is helpful to you, and let me hear from you. Bye bye.